Hey guys, thanks for joining me on the next installment of my real estate insider tips. Excuse the Blair Witch footage here. I'm just on the walk with my Dachshund puppy, Siggy Von Crumb, and I thought, what better tips to share for this installment than buying a home and what potentially could be involved. Now, it could be a complicated process, and that's why having a good real estate agent in your corner is important to have. So I've kind of broken it down into approximately 12 steps. So the first step is to confirm that you're actually ready for home ownership. This is a huge decision that involves, a large sums of money. It's not chump change. And you want to make sure that you're in the right mindset as you start going down this path. Start looking at zoning bylaws, what can be done with certain types of properties. Start the research early when you're like, yes, I am ready for home ownership. Which brings us to step number 2. It's important to know your credit score. Now, sometimes we just want to avoid this step altogether, but it is crucial in order to buy a home. So 2 companies are what TransUnion and Equifax are what financial lenders usually base the score off of. And you want to make sure that your score isn't too low that you risk not qualifying for a mortgage, or that you are in a category where you might have to pay higher rates, which could put you in a high-risk mortgage situation. So it's important to definitely know where you stand on this spectrum as you progress. So step number 3, get your pre-approval. I can't stress this one enough. Pre-qualification is something very different. That's just an estimate to give you a little ballpark figure to start. But the pre-approval is after you submit all your financial documents to an awesome mortgage specialist or financial institution, and then you know what you can spend. Making sure you don't fall in love with places that may not fall into your price range. Very dangerous when buying a home. Let's see, step 4, needs and wants. This is your oasis, but you do have to be realistic. I would love a view of the ocean, but schools are pretty important. That kind of thing. Start doing the Franklin T about pros and cons, what you really need, vice what you really want. Let's see, step number 5, get a real estate agent. And I come at a great price. As a buyer's agent, the only cost is loyalty and commitment. A seller is actually responsible for paying my commission. So I have your best interests at heart and will do everything for you for free. Now, it doesn't get any better than that. Next step is to know and understand the market. This can be a pretty daunting task. Is it a buyer's market? Is it a seller's market? Is it a neutral market? Markets go through trends. We've all been reading social media, newspapers, so that's why it's also important to have a real estate agent in your back pocket, because that's exactly what we're supposed to know. Get custom searches and access them from your real estate agent. There's a variety of ways to find listings. Of course, there's the MLS, portal. There's for sale by owner, expired listings. Another great service that we do provide is insider access to pocket listings. So pocket listings are properties that are coming down the pipeline to the market, but they're not public yet. So if I know exactly what you're looking for, we could be the first ones through the door before the masses even know about it. Another huge step is choosing the right location. This is critical. Drive the neighborhoods. See the condition of homes. See how close they are to the amenities that you might need. Is it close to parks? It's just vital. Drive around, explore. See what really works in your favor. Let's see. Just getting ready to cross here, safety first. Normally I don't usually walk and talk into a camera, but here we go. Next step, view the homes and narrow your choices. This again, I can't stress enough the Franklin T. What really works for you, what doesn't. What can you live without? What can't you live without? Very important questions, and a very critical step to do. So of course, I think we're at about step 10. You found your oasis. This is where you and your real estate agent make an offer. Exciting times, stressful times, anything can happen. Maybe it's a multiple offer environment, but you have won that offer. And having a real estate agent that knows about terms, conditions, clauses to protect your interests, super key. So the next step, after you've had an accepted offer, is to investigate and remove those conditions. A good real estate agent has reliable people in their back pocket to look after your interest. Home inspectors, lawyers, all that fun stuff. Check the condition of the home. The days of selling sunset and $1 million listings of people driving around with pockets of, not pockets, but I guess briefcases filled with millions of dollars is not as realistic as we all think. So once things get removed, then step 12, you have completed the buying process. So at this stage, it's kind of the transfer of title, some closing costs, finalizing things with the lawyer, and then the keys are handed over. So lots of steps. Thanks for listening to this video. It's a little longer than the last one. I know Siggy appreciates it. So thanks for your patience. And again, I'm here for any questions. Don't hesitate to give me a buzz. And happy hunting. Okay, all the best, guys. Bye.